there you go. That's the news page, Angela.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's how it looks when you're viewing it on my screen. So the information that I was given originally, so I will have cut and pasted that story in the Britain's high rate of inflation, blah blah, and given it a heading. Hump tends to send us the headings in caps, but the format that we've got for all our news items at the moment is that they're not in caps. If you look at the full list, we haven't got. So I tend to take them out of caps and just put them in a text format.
Yeah,
and then the other thing is the date here where it says the 20th of July. That's a date that's in the WordPress system. So you decide on the publishing date that you want for the news item that you're creating. Okay. So we could have a go with one of those that you sent me. I find it easier to, I think I've got it here, right, to put these things into a Word document and then cut and paste it from the Word document. That's just how I prefer to work when I'm so I get the formatting in the Word document how I think I want it, and then I can cut and paste from there. So the other thing I will show you is, so we're in, at the moment, we're in a viewing mode. So to edit, and now all these items on this page are called posts. So when you have, so that the overall thing is a page, I don't want to edit the page. I want to add a new post into that page. That makes sense. So I've just gone up and highlighted where it says pension review group so that it's gone blue. And there are the choices when you're in the admin system, because I've already logged in. So when you initially log into the admin system with your admin password, it has this. This would be when you log in, Angela. This is what it'll take you to.
Actually, I remember that I had got the screen and I'd got all that box of things at the top about editing, and so, but it's gone when I use your URL this morning. It's, that box is gone, and it's been,
then you have to do it.
It's been there a while. I mean, it's been there
/ WP-admin.
Oh,
it's the, at the top there. That's
yes, I see. Yeah.
Link 18.133.240.249. The / WP-admin / that's where it lets you put your
right.
It'll be your email address and your password.
Okay.
It's that with the WP. It's the URL then with WP admin after it. Okay. And that will be what will happen when we get our and profile. There you go, Angela. That will be, if you want to change your password from users and profile, that'll be this choice of things that you've got down there. Anyway, so to look at, these are all the posts that are in there at the moment. So that was the last news, and that's the category is news for our news items, and that's what makes them appear on our news page. So that was the last one that I put on there, and it says that I did it, and I used Elementor, which is the editing thing, to do it. And if you want to, we can have a look at that news item and see how that got put together. Yeah, it should show us in a sec. Right. So that's what that. So when you go into a news item, if you want to fiddle around with it, that's what it looks like. But we want to edit. This is what Paul has advised us to use, this edit with Elementor.
Mhm.
And that's, wait for it. Hold your breath, everybody. We do know that when we're on the live server, it will speed up. This is because we're on his test server. So that's what a news item looks like when you're in admin mode. And if you click on, in order to edit it, it's in that bit. You click on that bit on there, and then it appears. And this is, you're supposed to do your editing over here on the left in that little column. But whatever you change over there, it does then show up on the main bit on the right hand side.
Yeah, I noticed, Jane, that you can also edit on the screen, the bigger screen on the right hand side, and that's what I started doing at first, until Paul pointed out it's more powerful to do it on the left. It does slightly different things, doesn't it? It messes up the web links. Yeah. Which is one of the things. So Adrian, when I was modifying the web link, I went over to the left-hand side. That was on the article that you posted and had the URL got screwed up. Yeah. Yeah.
So I had a look at that, and I could see that it was there over on the left-hand side. I think if you point at it, if you hover over it, it will show you what it's linked to. But I couldn't immediately find how you changed the link. I think I might have discovered it later, but I have now forgotten. So
there is
were you to look.
I can show that in a minute, Charlie, if you want.
Yeah, I was going to say that's worth demonstrating.
A few web links.
Yeah.
And the other thing, while you're in this mode, it won't let you. A bit annoying. It won't let you change the title. So I found that the place to do that from, and I'll go back now to the come back. No, not there. I'll go back now to where we've got the lists of all the posts. And you see something there.
How did you do that? Just getting back to the link. I mean, I have managed to get back.
I just went on the back arrow.
Oh, on the back, okay.
Yeah.
I think I've done it by clicking on the PRG top left, which kind of takes you back to the main page.
Yeah, you can do that. There's a few different.
It doesn't seem to be visible at the moment, but I would have thought there must be some other control that allows.
From the if we went to the pension review, so now that's taken me to the website. But if you hover over the pension review group, it will then let you go dashboard, and menus.
So what's the dashboard? Sorry to interject here, but just to clarify.
When you first log in,
that's
what you get, the dashboard. And that should be,
what
you need to ask Paul about that, but we should be able to get.
I don't know what you can do with this. Like I've seen this and it's just not been very clear what it's for.
It's a bit of a WordPress feature, but at some point we're going to need to ask Paul, I thought about it today, about stats for the website. We might want to know how many visitors we've had and stuff like that. I suspect he has to tie it to something like Google Analytics, but I'm not sure anyway. But if there is, and what you get in the dashboard is information about upgrades to WordPress, because it's a freeware thing. So when people have upgraded, you'll see the available upgrades and stuff like that. It's techie stuff for the WordPress folk, really, the dashboard. Right. But from the dashboard,
so if you're on this page
and
you wanted to get back to what we were just looking at, you could click on where it says posts. Is that right? Top left? Or in the, yes, like that.
These are all the items that are on the left. They're all the things that you can go to from the dashboard. So if you go to page,
so that would take us back to that list.
If we went to pages, that's all the pages that we've got on our website. Yeah, we've got the about us, aims, archive, background, and those are all the pages, and these are all the posts, and the posts.
So this is what we were just looking at, the posts.
So we were looking at the posts. And posts.
Yeah.
You go in. That's how newsfeeds are posts. That's pages hold, and pages are the device that hold the posts. That's
right.
That's the concept of WordPress anyway. I mean, it was built for people for blogging anyway. So that's kind of why it is the way it is. But it's freeware, and that's why it's popular. But it's quite well supported, and it functions across multiple platforms, as we've found out. So that's another reason why it's a leader for doing stuff like we're doing. So as well as doing the edit with, you can go get the edit with Elementor from the page itself, or you can do it from here. So I'll click on edit with Elementor from that list, and it will take me straight into editing with Elementor.
I think if you do it that way, it doesn't ask you whether you want to use Elementor, or it just puts you straight in.
No, that's right. It's just straight in with using it, because I've decided I want to use Elementor, so I'm in with Elementor. And then the other way of editing from here is something. Can you see this quick edit there? I'm just hovering over quick edit, and if you do quick edit, it's quite a cute little thing. That's where you can change your title really easily. Right.
And also date, in the archive.
Yeah,
I was trying to move one of the things.
And that's where you put the date you want your news item to show up.
Which controls the ordering on the archive page. Those dates control the ordering.
Yeah, because it puts the items into temporal order. The date that you've set as the published date, it has shows where it appears. Yeah,
and that might also be where it actually changes the URL link. It does. Yeah, and that's what screws up, Adrian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I could see why it happened, but I couldn't see how to change the link.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
The other thing I noticed, and I think again it's probably linked to this, is that because it puts it in date order, and because it seems that archive and news aren't completely separate, when you do previous and next, if you move something around in its date in the news section, and it goes to be older than an archive post, then it moves behind the archive post when you're doing previous and next. So you don't go from archive to news. You go archive news post, archive news post, archive news, and eventually get to news as you're moving to more recent articles. But I think that's probably okay. But we need to watch out for it in case we we publish a news item. Publish an archive item that is relatively recent, if you see what I mean, and it may overtake a lot of news items then.
Yeah. Probably, but it will show the published date. So anyway.
Yeah, people still be able to see it. It will just feel a bit strange if they're going backwards and forwards using the previous and next functions.
And you can see here, this is where you can see quickly where that's where that got I'm hovering over news, and that's what got ticked for that news item, so that it appeared in the category of news and not in the category of archive. And if you don't select anything, it doesn't appear on any of our pages. Okay.